Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Cam coming at you on behalf of EpicConversions.com. I want to welcome you to the final episode of Thoughts on a Walk. This is episode 100, and this is a wrap for season 1. Now, I might be back for season 2, but, we're going to give it a little bit of a break here. I got other plans that I want to move on to, so we'll just have to see what happens when it comes to that. But that being said, I want to tell you a little bit about what I learned and kind of like my mind as it relates to free content and what I want to move on to. So first, what did I learn from doing 100 daily episodes of Thoughts on a Walk? Well, I'm not going to give you a big old list of things I learned. I'm going to give you the biggest thing that I learned. And the biggest thing that I learned was that I could actually do a daily episode, of this show. To be able to do the episodes every single day, like that was kind of a limiting belief of mine. I just didn't believe that I could do daily episodes. I felt like I had to have days off and stuff like that, and doing a show every single day. I just didn't feel like I could do it. But I was learning about this thing called, unused capacity, and I got these ideas from Ben Settle, and he got them from Dan Kennedy, and then I learned about them from Dan Kennedy from reading his Ultimate Sales Letter book. But basically, unused capacity is basically time that you're already spending doing something else, but you could actually be doing something else while you're doing that thing. Kind of like it's like if you have a book in the bathroom, and whenever you go to use the bathroom, you sit in there and you read maybe 10 minutes of that book or whatever. That's unused capacity. Normally you just be sitting in there using the bathroom. Well, now you're using that time to read and use the bathroom. You're sitting in there. Sorry, guys. My phone fell down. You're sitting in there. You're using that time to read and use the bathroom. So that's unused capacity. Well, for me, I know I needed to walk. I needed to get some activity in, get some exercise in. So I thought, I'll use this exercise time. Sorry, guys. My phone keeps on falling down. I figured I'd use this. Lord of mercy. All right. I figured I'd use this. I don't know if we have to edit that or not. I figure I'd use this time where I would be walking to, let's pull out my phone and just record some videos. Just whatever's on my mind as it relates to marketing and stuff. And that was a formula that really, really worked well for me. It made it really, really easy to record videos like that. So it actually wasn't very difficult for me to record 100 episodes of Thoughts on a Walk. Later on, I started recording them in production blocks. I would go for long walks and I would record 2, 3, 4 episodes. Just because I knew I had a lot to do, and I might not get a chance to walk, or I might not get a chance to I might not get a chance to get into it. Maybe it was raining or whatever, and so I would do some production blocks here and there. But whether it was doing production blocks or whether it was just simply recording every day, I made it work every single day for 100 episodes, just daily. And I'm really proud of that, man. It was a limiting belief. I got over it. And that's the big thing I'm really proud of that I took away from Thoughts on a Walk. Also, I got a really nice asset out of it. 100 episodes of Thoughts on a Walk. It's a fantastic series. I'm proud of it. And, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if I'm going to put it in my membership site, or I'm just going to leave it on YouTube for a while. Or I'm going to, bundle it up and license it to people and let them use it. I just don't know what I'm going to do with it, I actually have two series. I have 3 series like that, really, because I got One Step Away, which is over 300 episodes. I have Index Card Insights, which is sitting on YouTube right now, and now I got And now I have this one, Thoughts on a Walk, which is sitting on YouTube right now. So I don't know what I'm doing with those series. We'll see. We'll see what I do with them. But I'm happy to bring this one to a close. I'm happy to kind of wrap this one up. So moving on, like, what do I plan next? What am I going to do next for free content or any free content or whatever projects? Well, I can tell you that, like, right now, like, I have an itch to kind of like grow something from scratch. Like, I'm thinking about maybe doing like another podcast, but like where I do interviews, maybe like an interview a week. And I'm just going to try to pull in like the biggest names that I can get, and just try to do a really cool kind of podcast. You know, that's kind of like what I'm thinking right now. But man, I'll tell you what, like, interviews on YouTube are just like a dime a dozen. I mean, there's just so many interviews on YouTube right now. It's crazy. So I really got to think about how I want to handle that. Like, I think if I want to grow something, like really grow it to hell, it's kind of like I was telling you guys in a couple episodes ago. You really got to niche down if you want to grow on YouTube. Like, interviews are cool, but everybody does interviews. So like, you really do got to niche down a little bit if you want to grow. So that's how I look at that. And I'm not sure that I'm 100% committed to it. You know, I think for me, I'm the kind of guy, like, where once I commit to something, I'm all in. I'm gonna do it. But what I've learned the older I get is that, like, I gotta be careful what I commit to, because sometimes I commit to too many things, and then I got my hands in too many different, like, you know, fires or whatever you want to call it. I got you know, I'm just involved in too many different projects, and it can get a little bit weird. So as I've gotten older, I've kind of been careful about what I actually commit to. There's a lot of ways to make money on the internet, you know. There's a lot of opportunities out there. And if you're not careful, you can overcommit to too many of them, because you know they can work, and you know you can make them work. But just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something all the time. So I'm trying to be a little more careful about what I commit to. Right now, I got an itch to, you know, maybe do some interviews and get into some things like that. But, you know, I need to, you know, do it in a way that makes sense, where, like, it's actually going to grow. So we're going to see what happens. I can think of a lot of people I'd like to interview, and who I think would do interviews for me. But, you know, I don't know. We're going to have to see how much I can commit to it, and all that good stuff. Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. I wish I could give you guys a better answer. If you want to know, like, why I don't want to keep on doing, you know, Thoughts on a Walk, why don't I do more of these? Well, it's very simple. Thoughts on a Walk is a fun series, but Thoughts on a Walk is not really growing. And, you know, even though I'm really happy to put together another asset for my infrastructure, and I was talking about that in the last episode, the fact of the matter is, you know, I do want to grow something. I'd like to grow something. I want to do something that's actually growing and build something fresh. And, you know, Thoughts on a Walk's not really doing that for me. It's, you know, it's kind of maintaining an audience. That's the same audience that kind of watches it, and it's not really growing. You know, and even though I might give good advice on this show, I don't think the content really, you know, excites people. I don't think it's really, you know, it's really something that kind of, like, you know, keeps people watching for a long time or whatever. So I don't know. I think I'm going to, like, just, you know, back off of YouTube for a few months here until I have something important to do on this channel. And when I have something important to do, that's when I'll be back to do something. But until then, man, I just want to tell everybody, keep your head up, keep your heart strong, keep rocking. I wish you the best of luck in all your ventures, and I will see you in the next thing. Peace now.